Hello and welcome. You're watching News9 Live. My name is Pankaj Mishra. With me, you can see Brijesh Pandey, political editor of News9, and also we'll be joined by another eminent panelist who would be decoding what's exactly going on in Sachin Pilot's mind. Remember, Sachin Pilot has stunned not just the Congress but Rahul Gandhi and others also by choosing to go on a dharna against Ashok Gehlot, his own government. Pilot is at loggerheads with Chief Minister Gehlot, and his fast has not gone well with the Congress High Command. Rajasthan is going to polls this year. The dates are not yet announced, but one thing is clear. In this election year, any turbulence, big or small, could be very, very counterproductive for the already beleaguered Congress party. What would be Rahul thinking as of now? The talk of graft, corruption, the keywords in today's polity in India. We have seen how the BJP is going to the town, tom-tomming its stern stand against corruption. We have heard the Prime Minister also, as the CBI turned 60 last week, the message that he gave to the CBI. And here we have a young Congress leader, Sachin Pilot, who has made his mark as a mass leader, if not as a chief ministerial candidate in Rajasthan. Will his quest to probe the graft cases in the previous BJP government in Rajasthan bring him closer to the BJP, or will Sachin pilot the party to yet another crisis in Rajasthan like the one we saw last year during Congress presidential polls? So let's listen in some reactions first, and then we open the house for the debate.
अरे जो भी बात है वो घर में होनी चाहिए ना, घर से बाहर नहीं होनी चाहिए। अब आप मुझसे पूछ रहे हो तो वो भी मैं वही गलती करूं जो कोई और कर रहा है, मैं भी आपसे बात करूं, वो बात नहीं करनी चाहिए। अगर मेरे मन में कोई बात होगी तो मैं मुख्यमंत्री जी से अवश्य मिलूंगा, कहूंगा, वो मेरे मित्र हैं, दोस्त हैं, हम उनका सम्मान करते हैं। अगर कुछ पार्टी के हित में होगा तो मैं उनसे कहूंगा।
जननेता आदरणीय सचिन पायलट जी एक दिन के सांकेतिक धरने पर यहाँ पर बैठेंगे। राजस्थान प्रदेश का जो युवा है और प्रत्येक वर्ग का व्यक्ति आज यहाँ पर इस धरने में सम्मिलित होंगे। प्रदेश के सारे युवा जैसे जैसे कल इसकी जानकारी मिली और इस धरने की तरफ सब लोग आ रहे हैं। मैं आपको इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा कि जो पिछली सरकार के अंदर जो भ्रष्टाचार हुए हैं, इस
सरकार का अंतर्किल अब चरम पर है। अपमान की राजनीति इस कदर इस आगे पहुंच गई है कि आखिर जिस व्यक्ति ने सरकार को निर्माण में सबसे अहम भूमिका निभाई थी, आज वो अनशन पर जा रहे हैं, सहारा ले रहे हैं पूर्ववर्ती सरकार का। उनके मन में पीड़ा है अपने अपमान की और इस सरकार के में भ्रष्टाचार के तांडव की। ये खुली चुनौती है आलाकमान को। आलाकमान ने कहा कि अनुशासनहीनता है, इनके प्रभारी सुखजिंदर सिंह जी ने कहा अनुशासनहीनता है, पर वो अड़िग है। मैं समझता हूं कि उनका ये अनशन इस कांग्रेस के ताबूत में आखिरी कील होगा।
Well, Brijesh, we heard the LOP there from the BJP, and he says ये जो अनशन होगा ये कांग्रेस की ताबूत में आखिरी कील होगा. Do you think so?
Well, I think he would be elated with two things. First, that the split in the Congress is now out in the open. It was always out in the open, but now it has taken a far more concrete form. And B, the poster of Sachin Pilot is targeting Vasundhara Raje. So the BJP is very happy with this because it is further diminishing the diminishing clout of Congress party in the state of Rajasthan. B, it is targeting Vasundhara Raje, which the party high command is not very comfortable with. So they are all out and very happy with the way things are panning with this unshan of Sachin Pilot.
Right. Kartikeya Sharma also joins us on the broadcast. Kartikeya, as Brijesh mentions, the poster, the all-important poster right behind Sachin Pilot says Vasundhara Raje Sarkar ke corruption ke khilaf ye anjan hai. He is not saying that he is against the non-action of the Gehlot government against Vasundhara Raje. So, is Sachin trying to help the Congress here, or is inadvertently BJP getting a help from Sachin Pilot?
I think Bharatiya Janata Party is getting help from Sachin Pilot. Majority of leaders who are in power in Bharatiya Janata Party are opposed to Vasundhara Raje Scindia. So they would be pretty elated. A lot of leaders feel that Vasundhara Raje Scindia and Ashok Gehlot have some sort of a truck. They are of the view that Ashok Gehlot and Vasundhara support each other during the long tenure, both of them together, 20 years, 2 decades of Rajasthan's politics. They have dominated each and every aspect of the state, but they have not charged each other. For example, Vasundhara Raje Scindia could have made life very difficult for Ashok Gehlot in Rajasthan, but she did not. She doesn't personally attack Ashok Gehlot. And if you listen to Ashok Gehlot, he does not make fun of Vasundhara Raje Scindia. He does not call her Rani and all that. He will not get into personalized campaign. There was a time, Rajasthan had this slogan, 8 p.m. no CM. But Ashok Gehlot was not the one who was saying those words. So he's maintained a distance. But what Sachin Pilot has done is that he has exposed the central leadership of the Congress party, the sort of high command. So neither the command is on the higher elevation, nor it is in command of the organization, nor it is strong. So Sachin Pilot is revealing chink in the armor. And I think that's the sad part, because Congress tried to reinvent by resurrecting Rahul Gandhi through Bharat Jodo Yatra. Bharat Jodo Yatra also recreated, reprofiled Rahul Gandhi, but with senior leaders fighting with each other, DK and Siddaramaiah and Karnataka, and the way Amrinder episode happened, and then the Channi and Navjot Singh Sidhu happened in Punjab, the way the PCC president of the Congress party left Gujarat Congress right before the Gujarat Assembly election. And Mr. Patel wrote a huge letter against Congress party. And that was embarrassing. So, if this continues to happen is one state after another, it is not about the regional aspiration. It is not about Sachin Pilot. It is inability of the Congress party to decide who the leader is. And since you're not powerful enough, since you do not have that heft whereby your campaigning can destroy careers of the Congress politicians, they're not afraid of Rahul Pilot, because they know that irrespective of Rahul Gandhi, they can become the MLAs or MP. So the issue is Congress turning into a franchisee model where have Gandhis at the top and other leaders can open
branch
their
out
shop,
from them, yeah.
or is it like the late Mughal Empire? The Marathas were ruling it, but in the name of the Mughals. But the real rulers were the Marathas and everyone which had seceded from the Mughal feudatory system. But they romanticized the idea of a Mughal ruler. So it's just an analogy,
Indeed, Karthikeyan. Let me also rope in Advocate Manasvi Thapar here, political analyst. Manasvi, how do you see it? And secondly, the way Karthikeyan has put it, for Sachin Pilot, do you believe his now not so latent desire to become the Chief Minister is weighing heavy, and maybe he has reached the end of the bargain, end of the rope for him?
See, this is very interesting for Congress. This is not something which has not happened in the past, wherein there is a clash between the young guard and the old guard, and how do we cater to this? The leadership at the top, or the so-called high command, needs to get into it. In the past, they have done that with Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot, getting some sort of cordial relationship back in their relationship. That was done in the past. But now it's an open front which have been opened by Sachin Pilot. And it's very interesting to see that he's not attacking Ashok Gehlot directly. He's attacking Vasundhara Raje's corruption which have happened in her sarkar, and how Ashok Gehlot should cater to it, and how he's wanting that to end. And he's wanting to end corruption in Rajasthan. This is about Sachin Pilot's future leadership. This is about Sachin Pilot's new career, which is to come out in Rajasthan, and the kind of support he's getting from all fronts. And we'll see that support is also coming from the BJP's leg. The BJP is also okay with Sachin Pilot going out of Ashok Gehlot's killa and forming his own killa and attacking Vasundhara Raje. That is also very interesting. So BJP is also helpful to Sachin Pilot, and this is very interesting to see. Now, the only point what comes to the mind of the people of Rajasthan would be, how are they going to cater to the situation with the elections coming around? And for the high command would be, will they give the charge of leadership to Sachin Pilot, or will they continue with Ashok Gehlot? That is something which is more interesting, and this is the need of an hour for them also. They should now let the young guards take up control from the old guards, and old guards should come up as mentors and let the young guards take up their own places. And Ashok Gehlot was also a young leader when the chance was given to him, and now it's time for him to give the torch to someone else to bear it.
But the problem is, Manasvi, that the Congress, the old guard, is still not happy. They believe that their fair share is not given to them. Brijesh, how do you read it? the internal squabbles within the Congress is something that we have seen time and again. What happened, Kartikeya was right, what happened in Punjab, what happened in Gujarat, and now in Rajasthan as well. This old versus new guard is something that has been a sticking point for Congress for a long time.
Well, I don't think that one size fits all kind of a generic assessment will fit this particular case. Old guard always paves way for new guard. You cannot be in power forever. But you have to also understand that if the old guard is an effective leader who is ensuring you majority and is winning state for you,
you
cannot sacrifice an old guard just because you have to cater to the theory of a new guard taking over the old guard. And the fact of the matter is that this problem is basically a problem which is the creation of Congress High Command, especially Rahul Gandhi. Because like Jyotiraditya Scindia, Sachin Pilot did the same thing. But unlike Jyotiraditya Scindia, where the BJP saw to it that Kamal Nath was toppled and there was no support from the regional BJP, state BJP. In Rajasthan, Vasundhara Raje helped Ashok Gehlot, and this is the reason why the government couldn't fall. So now for Rahul Gandhi to promise someone who has, who was willing to topple the government to become the chief minister, that I will make you a chief minister, is something which is as bizarre can be. And then later on, when you were literally forcing a person who has 90% of the MLAs on their side, just because you promised something in a fit of whatever state of mind you were in, just because you wanted to fulfill your promise, saw Congress party, the stature of Congress party and the stature of high command diminished considerably. When we saw, there was an open revolt, and Ashok Gehlot read the Riot Act.
Exactly.
So, you cannot have one line which says that, no, you have to change, go for transition. Nothing happens, boss. You never get power on platter. People who have gotten power on platter, the Congress party should realize now, especially Rahul Gandhi, all of those people who he promoted under the garb of young leaders, they all are in the BJP right now.
Also, the young factor and the privilege factor. Kartikeya, you have covered Sachin Pilot for a long time. You have seen him in active politics, both inside and outside, as a politician and as a individual also. Do you think that the proximity with the Gandhis, the top leadership, is that something that weighs heavy on this claim, or a circumventing claim that yes, he is the right candidate as the chief minister?
You see, one has to understand that people today feel that most of them who left Congress party or who were very close to the Gandhi family were personally recruited by Mr. Gandhi. Let me be very clear here that Jyotiraditya Scindia, Jitin Prasad, Sachin Pilot, many other leaders who came from famous families of the Congress party, regional dynasties, were not close to Rahul Gandhi. They were elevated during UPA 2 when Sonia Gandhi had to accommodate them. So when they became minister, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Milind Devra, Sachin Pilot, Jitin Prasad, they represented the next generation of the Congress party. I remember in 2000, I think 9 or 10, there was a Congress AICC session in which Manishankar Iyer said, now we have the new Congress because these member of parliament got re-elected. So Janardhan Dwivedi got upset and he went to the stage that it would have been better if you would have said that हमारे सामान्य घरों से और नेता आए होते. To which Sonia Gandhi asked Janardhan Dwivedi to add this in her closing speech, which subsequently in that session happened. So I think the investment of the Congress party was in these leaders. Rahul Gandhi has its own type of leaders. For example, Mr. Srinivas or Sachin now. But the critique is that most of the leaders he have tried promoting, they also dished him, and most of them did not enjoy mass space. So that dichotomy continues to run across Congress party. And the senior leadership of the Congress party are those who were elected or selected or pushed by Sanjay Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi, Congress passed away with him. They were not accommodated by Sonia Gandhi at all because she felt unfamiliar, and she felt that this leadership structure is burdened by the guilt of Bofors. So coming back to your question on Sachin Pilot, he gets leeway because he delivered Rajasthan. One has to be fair to Sachin that Sachin Pilot, after losing 2014 Lok Sabha election, left his house in Delhi, went to Rajasthan, stayed there. As a PCC chief, campaigned across Rajasthan, and Congress came to power. But then I think Mr. Gehlot is an old fox. He realized that public sentiments and the goodwill in the party is not enough for anyone to become the chief minister. What is required is the support of the MLAs. And Mr. Gehlot galvanized the MLAs. That's where the fight is. You don't have the numbers. He has the number. He could have created the space for Sachin, but he did not, because he knew the system from inside. They don't fear the dynasty anymore. There is no darbar there. The dynasty doesn't have anything to give. If you ask any congressman or congresswoman, they would say we win our seats irrespective of who which Gandhi is ruling the roost. And they say it privately. Many people, senior people after losing election in 2014, I met, they were candid enough to say that the Gandhis are the liabilities, but they never accepted it. And many of them went on to accept public position. So the problem is, as in one of my discussions, Brijesh very rightly pointed out, Rahul Gandhi is keeping his hardcore ecosystem happy. But in politics, you need to get the fence sitters, and he's not getting the fence sitters. And if you're not getting the fence sitters, there is no momentum. And in absence of that momentum, Sachin Pilot can arm twist Rahul Gandhi. This is what is happening. DK is arm twisting leadership. Navjot Singh Sidhu arm twisted the leadership. Amrinder got angry and left. TK Singh Deo is arm twisting. So this arm twisting is creating a big problem in the Congress party. It's not as if Congress leadership didn't change Chief Minister. Narasimha Rao was unceremoniously removed by Indira Gandhi. But it didn't blink an eyelid. He came quietly and started working in Delhi. I can give you multiple examples from Bhagwat Jha Azad to many leaders who were asked to put in their papers. Hardev Joshi. Shinde won Maharashtra state, but he was made the governor. Arjun Singh was an important leader. But then, who went on to become the chief minister? Motilal Vora. And then Motilal Vora went on to become the civil aviation minister in 1980. So this is a function of a powerful party. Congress is a weak party. BJP does it now. We have to see it in the context of BJP. BJP does it now. It changes the chief minister. It changes the entire ministry. BJP is a pan-India party. It exerts itself. The satraps are afraid. They know that Modi can make their life hell. It can make a difference. With Congress, there is no fear of the leadership. That is why this is happening. That's the larger context.
Let's rope in Manasvi here. Manasvi, do you think that the central leadership of Congress, despite having everything going their way, age and experience and the kind of backing you need to be a national party ruling the country for more than 5 decades, what role can now, as straight as an arrow question here, the central leadership, especially the Gandhis and the Kharges, can play to unlock this tussle in Rajasthan?
I think the history is with them. In the last few years, they have the same pattern has been there from Punjab to Karnataka to Madhya Pradesh. This is the same pattern which have happened before elections and or in between. In interim, it have happened. But now they know if they don't act properly, if they don't control properly the new guard and old guard, Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot properly, and give them whatever they want in a amicable situation. They have to create that situation. Otherwise, they're going to lose Rajasthan. We may say that Sachin Pilot may not have numbers, but he has votes and he has the will of the people, and so does Ashok Gehlot has it, and so does BJP has it. In the fight between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot, there is going to be a division in the Congress vote bank, and it is going to definitely help the BJP to win seats and accommodate. BJP is more than happy to have leaders from the Congress, outsource it from the Congress and give them the best of positions for a few years, and then they will go back to their own leaders. So this is the same situation in Congress which they need to cater. They should not make this a Punjab situation. They should not repeat a Madhya Pradesh here. They should learn their lessons and try to have a talk with them. And this has to come from the top leadership. This is only because, why is this happening? This is only happening. This is because the central leadership is not as strong what it enjoyed the strength in the last 5 decades. It is weak. It is not as strong as the power they enjoyed in the past. That is why all these situations have been happening. This is not a case which happens in BJP. They are ready and they can change any ministry. They can change any chief minister and any council any day, because the central leadership is strong and there is no local or state leadership who can voice out their voice against them. Why is this happening is because the local leaders are right now enjoying the strength of the people, and Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi or the Gandhis or Kharges don't have a direct connect with the voters. That is why these kind of situations are happening in Congress, and this is something which needs to be prevented. There has to be a respect of the central leadership. I would not say fear of the central leadership, a respect of the central leadership to prevent the political parties like Congress.
Right, respect of the central leadership and not the fear. Well, Congress is going to address the media in a short while from now. We will be bringing you all the details of that as well. But Brijesh, if we skip back a few weeks just now, when Navjot Singh Sidhu stepped out of the prison, 48 hours later, he pays a visit to the Gandhis, and a picture pops up again with Navjot Singh Sidhu, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi standing there. Cut 6 months back or last year, when the Punjab elections were to happen, and Sidhu had made a jaunt to Delhi, and just before quitting as the Punjab Pradesh Congress chief, he had posted the same picture. Now, this proximity factor, do you believe that the Gandhis somehow are not able to take a clear decision on which way they want the party cadres to go? Because everyone is trying to either show their proximity with the Gandhis or the leadership, but nothing at the end materializes.
Well, people would, because the reality remains that irrespective of who the Congress president is, it is Gandhis who are the power center, and there are no two ways about it. And important thing is that, it is time has come from Rahul Gandhi to choose his friend and foes very carefully, because, there was as we were discussing in the morning, there's a picture of, RPN Singh, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Jitin Prasada and couple of others.
Sachin Pilot as well.
Sachin Pilot. And, all of these people were part of Rahul Gandhi's coterie. And Pankaj, all of them left, barring Sachin Pilot. And Sachin Pilot is on a rebellious path. This speaks volumes about not them, but also the kind of nitty-gritties which Rahul Gandhi's camp has.
Right, absolutely. And there you see on the screen was Pawan Khera. Congress is addressing the media. We would be bringing you the details when he speaks on the matter. Questions there. But Brijesh, also talking about the tricky situation, the sticky wicket that Congress is on right now, do you believe that for a moment, if we say that yes, Sachin Pilot has chosen to challenge the party on one hand, and on the other is also trying to have a go at the corruption aspect of the governance, do you believe that would make sense or ring a bell to the voters?
I don't think any such thing is going to make appeal to the voters. Elections are just around the corner. It's 5-6 months away. And usually, people don't fall prey to these kind of shenanigans this close to the elections. So I think, this. But one thing is very clear. That the tone and tenor of the press note which was issued last night asking Sachin Pilot to not indulge in anti-party activity is a clear reminder of the fact that Ashok Gehlot has managed to swing the party's momentum on his side, and Sachin Pilot is on the other.
वो कह रहे हैं साहब आप कोर्ट जाइए, आपने तो 2021 में खुद कहा था कि मैं दिल्ली लौटने के बाद इसके लिए कानूनी उपाय तलाशूंगा। 3 साल में आपको कानूनी उपाय तलाशते रह गए, अभी तक नहीं मिला। तो जिन्हें कोर्ट जाना चाहिए, हम आप सबके माध्यम से उनको कह रहे हैं, या तो आप कोर्ट जाइए और या फिर ये सच है, और अगर ये सच है तो आपके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, फिर आपके दरवाजे पे सीबीआई आनी चाहिए, फिर आपको हवाई जहाज से उतरवाना चाहिए। निर्मला जी को जितनी जानकारी जिस विषय पर है उस पर ही नहीं बोल पाती, तो उनके लिए मैं उन पर क्या टिप्पणी करूं। बाहर जाके उन्होंने कुछ बोला है तो उस पर मैं कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा। नहीं, जिनका राष्ट्रीय पार्टी का दर्जा छिना और छीन के जिसको दिया गया, तो उनकी आपस की प्रतियोगिता है, उसमें आप हमें क्यों घसीट रहे हैं? नहीं, हमारी अब बढ़ती चली जाएगी, आने वाले दिनों में आपको दिखाई देगा। लेकिन इस पूरे मुद्दे पर हम लोग गहन अध्ययन कर रहे हैं कि क्या पैमाना रखा उन्होंने, जिसके आधार पर उन्होंने कुछ पार्टियों को रिजेक्ट किया या उनका दर्जा छीन लिया, उस पर हम भी उसमें स्टडी कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू। मैंने भेज दिया आज कोई।
Right, upon here there, touching upon issues what the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had spoken on the Muslims, and also not exactly touching on the live wire situation that we are seeing in unfolding in Rajasthan, the Sachin Pilot issue. Well, Manasvi, if you are still there with us, obviously for Congress, it's a tightrope walk. Let me also for a moment take you to Karnataka, where a possible tussle is brewing when it comes to the chief ministerial candidate, with DK Shivkumar hinting that a Dalit chief minister should be, appointed this time around, should the party win. Now, is this, many political pundits would say it's a straight take on Siddaramaiah. Now, their tussle is also not hidden. So, how do you think that state after state, election after election, the Congress has to firefight time and again?
So this is, see, the answer was there in my previous when I made a statement. So this is there when the central leadership or the leadership, the high command is weak, not as strong as they were in the past. These kind of situations are going to be there. It is not that tussle is not there in BJP. It is not that tussle is not there in any other political party. Why is it not so apparently visible in BJP? Is because the local leaders can't make a statement, or they don't enjoy that kind of vocal voices, which the kind of freedom they enjoy in Congress. And this is the freedom. The space of freedom comes when the central leadership is weak. The similar situation would be there. Exactly same situations would happen in BJP once the central leadership like Narendra Modi is no more there, or is not enjoying that kind of command over the party. So LK Advani ji does not enjoy that kind of command in BJP, and he does not make any statements, and he does not enjoy any kind of power position there. It is only because Narendra Modi is a very strong leadership in BJP, and he controls almost all the chief ministers in the state of affairs in the political region. So that is why it is there.
So, Brijesh, help us understand what Manasvi is saying is a very valid point. Talking about internal democracy within a party. Now, the example that Manasvi is giving is obviously no one would dare do this thing in the BJP, because it is controlled. The smaller parties, the smaller leaders do not get that stage or that voice to echo their sentiments. What Sachin Pilot is doing, despite ruling the state, here we have one member of the party questioning the chief minister itself.
Well, it's a very obvious answer. The answer is that absolute power gets you to do things which you cannot do when you don't have absolute power. We have seen government of Indira Gandhi, we have seen government of Pandit Nehru, we have seen government of say, for example, the UPA 1, UPA 2, and we are seeing NDA, and we have seen NDA 1, and we have seen government under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. See, the point is, when the center is absolutely powerful, they can do anything, and they could get away even with murder. The same situation is not there when your power is dependent on other allies and all. We saw what happens. Majority of the cases which were against Congress party were also involved their allies, and this is the reason why they had to share the blame. And the fact of the matter is that since they did not have absolute power, they were not in position to do anything. BJP under say Atal Bihari Vajpayee or Lal Krishna Advani never had that absolute power. And this is the reason why they would never be able to do what Narendra Modi did when they had the entire cabinet of BJP in Gujarat changed. I mean, this is one of very few occasions where you change the chief minister. Here the entire cabinet was changed, and there was not even a murmur of protest, because people also realize that if you protest, you are out of the power circuit. And the same is happening in Rajasthan. Had this been Indira Gandhi's government, had this been a more powerful Congress party government, this situation would not have come.
Right. Brijesh, thank you so much. And thanks to Manasvi and Karthikeya for joining us on this conversation. Thank you so much for taking time out and watching News 9 Live.